Leapyear Boolean logic, include parentheses? Which is more correct, logically? Specific to leap year, not in general. With parentheses. Without. Additional info. Parentheses change the order in which the booleans are evaluated, and goes before or without parentheses. Given that all larger numbers are divisible by smaller numbers in this problem, it returns the correct result either way, but I'm still curious. Observe the effects of parentheses. Without parentheses, there are scenarios where even though year is not divisible by 4, first bool, it still returns true. I know that's impossible in this problem. Isn't being divisible by 4 a must, and therefore it's more correct to include parentheses? Anything else I should be paying attention to here? Can someone explain the theoretical logic of not/including parentheses?
Answer: include parentheses. John Kugelman explains why they are two separate logical tests, as opposed to three. The last two should be grouped together. Year must be divisible by 4, 2. Year must not be divisible by 100, 3, unless it's divisible by 400. The version with parentheses matches this two-pronged rule best. As it happens, removing the parentheses does not break the code, but it leads to an unnatural version of the rules. Year must be divisible by 4, but not by 100, or year must be divisible by 400. That's not the way I think of the leap year rule. Inspired by the Maboto, 100, 400 are the exception. Year must be divisible by 4, 100 is an exception and 400 is an exception of the exception, but they are still one exception in total, see above. This means that if year is not divisible by 4, then the whole thing must be false. The only way to ensure this is to put parens around the exception, because false and bool will always return false. See below examples of this from Boolean. Adam Smith translated the English into code. All years divisible by 4 are leap years, unless they're divisible by 100 and not divisible by 400, which translates to. Boolean cited De Morgan's laws. To convert above into the desired answer,
the parens affect what order your booleans take. Ands are grouped together and resolved before ors are, so becomes. If either both A and B are truthy, or if C is truthy, we get true. With the parentheses you get. Now you get true if both A is truthy and either B or C is truthy. As far as correctness, as long as your code derives the correct result, then more correct is only a matter of opinion. I would include parens where you feel like it makes the result more clear. For instance, is more clear than. However, it is not more clear, in my opinion, than. Your guide when writing Python code should be PEP 8. PEP 8 is quiet on when you should include stylistic parentheses, parens that follow the natural order of operations, so use your best judgment. For leap year specifically, the logic is: if the year is evenly divisible by 4, go to step 2. If the year is evenly divisible by 100, go to step 3. If the year is evenly divisible by 400, go to step 4. The year is a leap year. It has 366 days. The year is not a leap year. It has 365 days. In other words, all years divisible by 4 are leap years, unless they're divisible by 100 and not divisible by 400, which translates to
include the parentheses. In English, the rule is: year must be divisible by 4, year must not be divisible by 100, unless it's divisible by 400. The version with parentheses matches this two-pronged rule best. As it happens, removing the parentheses does not break the code, but it leads to an unnatural version of the rules. Year must be divisible by 4, but not by 100, or, year must be divisible by 400. That's not the way I think of the leap year rule.
Which answer is more correct and why? It's not a matter of what is more correct, rather, what logic do you wish to implement? Parentheses in Boolean expressions change order of operations. This allows you to force precedence in its execution. As for the logic in the leap year formula, the rules go as follows. Leap years are any year that can be evenly divided by 4, such as 2012, 2016, etc. Except if it can be evenly divided by 100, then it isn't, such as 2100, 2200, etc. Except if it can be evenly divided by 400, then it is, such as 2000, 2400. Thus the exception rules must take precedence, which is why the parenthesis around the or is necessary to adhere to the formula's rules. Otherwise the two arguments to and would be evaluated first.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.